Hey guys, by Austin Ramos, and this Monday night, the Miami Dolphins will be hosting the Tennessee Titans, 8:15 kickoff, December 11th. Uh, it's almost less than 24 hours away, depending on the time you're watching this video. But currently, Dolphins are 9-3. Tennessee Titans are 4-8. Dolphins are number one seed in all of the AFC. So, a little bit of concern there. As far as I've really been a fan of Miami Dolphins, I haven't really been in that position ever. So it's like feels weird coming out of my mouth. But one thing before we even get into any preview stuff is watchers from home or like just if you're gonna be watching this game on TV, beware. This game is on ESPN. Typically throughout the season, games have been simulcasted almost all season on ESPN and ABC. Now this week, there's two Monday night games going on at the same exact time. For this game, we have the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans, and that is going to be on ESPN. On the other hand, we have a game on ABC, and that's going to be the Green Bay Packers versus the New York Giants. So if you're fans of either team, just beware and make sure you're watching the right channel to watch the right game. But let's jump straight into the game preview. So we have the Tennessee Titans 4-8. And then the Miami Dolphins 9-3. Dolphins are favored to win this matchup by almost 2 touchdowns at -13 on the spread in terms of gambling. And then we have over/under set at 46.5. And then last but not least, money line -900 in favor of the Miami Dolphins, +600 for the Tennessee Titans being underdogs. ESPN's matchup predictor has the Dolphins at an 85.3% chance and the Tennessee Titans at 14.6. The Titans are at the bottom of their division, 4-8. Everyone else is either 7-5 or better. 8-4 Jacksonville Jaguars, 7-5 both Colts and Texans. As far as the AFC East standings go, Dolphins 9-3. Next team is the Buffalo Bills 6-6. New York Jets 4-8, and then the New England Patriots 3-10. Some injuries to look out for. We have Tier Tart. At defensive tackle, questionable. Josh Wiley, tight end, out. And then Christian Fulton, cornerback, out. And then for the Miami Dolphins, we have Javon Holland, questionable, safety. Teron Armstead, offensive tackle, questionable. Robert Hunt, offensive tackle, out. And Jerome Baker, linebacker, on IR. That's a big loss for the Miami Dolphins, having Jerome Baker get down. As far as it is, Jerome Baker has really never been injured from my understanding. If anything, he's probably missed a game or two in his entire career. So him going on IR kind of sucks. Really a big fan of his. Aside from that, David Long Jr., hopefully he can step up into more of the commanding role of that linebacker unit and take control. He's been a good offseason acquisition. On top of that, just, he's been solid plug and play type of guy, and I hope he can step up this week and really, in Jerome Baker's absence. So hopefully we can get Jerome Baker back by the time playoffs come around. As far as the last 5 games for the Tennessee Titans, it's 4 losses, 1 win, and their 1 win came against the Carolina Panthers, if that tells you anything. And then the Miami Dolphins, the last 5 have been, they've been 4-1 on a 3-game win streak currently. Scheduling, man, has really favored this Miami Dolphins team. Say what you want, but you can only play who's in front of you. And Dolphins have been playing a lot of losing teams, and it's been, kind of a drag in terms of anticipating a lot of these big matchups. And then so far this season, when the Dolphins have gotten into these big time matchups, they've lost them, which is pretty unfortunate. But 5-0 at home, I hope they can continue to defend home field and really assert themselves. And that's a big thing for this Miami Dolphins team. Haven't lost at all at home, which is always awesome to see. So how can the Miami Dolphins win this game? These are the ways the Miami Dolphins can win. First and foremost, I believe Derrick Henry is healthy. I want to double check before I fully want to say, we got to stop Derrick Henry. We got to make sure he doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure he's injured. Been hearing stuff to pick up his backup in fantasy and stuff like that. Yeah, Derrick Henry's fine. All right, so first and foremost, You want to stop Derrick Henry, stop this running attack by the Tennessee Titans. That is their bread and butter. And now with this rookie quarterback Will Levis starting, it's more so that fact as well. When Tannehill was the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, it was definitely a run first team, but at least he had, they had confidence in him going out and throwing the ball. With Will Levis, they also have confidence with him going out and throwing the ball. I mean, you have a wide receiver on the outside named DeAndre Hopkins. He's probably one of the better receivers in all of the NFL. So you want to definitely put a key on him. But stopping the run is the first and foremost thing, because once you do that, you can start putting them in passing downs and getting them back. And that's when you really get to start getting pressure on the quarterback, which is my second point, is putting pressure on Will Levis, making his day very uncomfortable, and hopefully making him play so bad that at some point they bench him just for a little bit and Ryan Tannehill can get a couple snaps. I desperately want to see Ryan Tannehill play against Miami Dolphins in Miami. So there's that. So stop the run with Derrick Henry and put pressure on the quarterback. And then last but not least, on offense, I want the Miami Dolphins to just run the ball efficiently. You want to get in and out of this game as quick as possible, as healthy as possible, because things are going to start heating up. The Dolphins have some big-time matchups coming up soon, which I'll get into a second. But you want to go down this stretch for the remainder of the season as healthy as possible. And the Dolphins don't have necessarily an easy stretch. After this game, they have the New York Jets, who I don't think is a slouch. And it could be the possible return game for Aaron Rodgers, as much as it would be an incredible feat for Aaron Rodgers to tear his Achilles week 1 and then somehow come back and play within the same season. Just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. You're gonna get hurt again. And what is the reward to returning to a 4-8 and possibly 4-9 team after Sunday? There's for what? Don't do it, Aaron Rodgers. They will have a losing season if they lose today to the Houston Texans, which we'll talk about really quick in this episode as well. But then they have the Cowboys, Ravens, and Bills. I want the Dolphins to be as healthy as possible for those 3 games. Those are the 3 biggest remaining matchups of the last 4. So you definitely want to head into those games as healthy as possible, clicking on all cylinders. You want the running game to be really efficient, but you also want Tyreek Hill to average about 120 yards a game so he can get to 2,000. I think this is going to be a big game for Tyreek. But I definitely want the running game to be efficient and, over 3.5 yards per carry, because that's what you really want. You want to be averaging almost a first down every time you can get the chance to within the first 3. You can run 3 straight plays and you can get a first down, essentially, is what I'm saying here. Aside from that, yeah, stop the run, put pressure on the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, and run the ball efficiently, and then get Tyreek even closer to 2,000 yards on the season. That'll be sick. But last but not least, I want to talk about the AFC standings. Currently, the Miami Dolphins are 9-3. Currently hold a tiebreaker against the Baltimore Ravens, because Baltimore is 9-3 as well. So the Dolphins have a better win percentage within the conference. And then, Dolphins only have 2 losses within the AFC, and I think the Ravens, all 3 losses are within the AFC. I don't think Lamar's ever lost to an NFC team. You can probably try to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure I saw something out there that Lamar's never lost to an NFC team. Then the other division leaders right now are the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are 8-4, and then Kansas City has the tiebreaker based on head-to-head win percentage. And then as far as the wild card spots go, we have the Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, and Houston Texans all at 7-5. Cleveland has a head-to-head win against the Indianapolis Colts, and I forgot how they have a tiebreaker against. They also have a head-to-head win against the Houston Texans. So things to look out there. So the Pittsburgh Steelers were also in that mix. They were 7-5, but now they're 7-6 after losing to the New England Patriots. And then so currently they are in the hunt. And then also we have the Denver Broncos, Cincinnati Bengals, Buffalo Bills, all at 6-6. And teams that are not completely out of it but still have a chance are the Los Angeles Chargers and Las Vegas Raiders at 5-7. So those are some interesting things to see there. As far as playoff seeding goes, these are interesting games to watch this Sunday. We have the Indianapolis Colts versus Cincinnati Bengals, Jacksonville Jaguars versus Cleveland Browns, Houston Texans versus New York Jets. I wouldn't say it's the most interesting one. I think that the Houston Texans should take it, but let's keep eyes on that. And then last but not least, Buffalo Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, also, and the Denver Broncos versus the Los Angeles Chargers. But yeah, those are some things to look out for. You want to see all these head-to-head AFC matchups in terms of seeding for the Miami Dolphins, but fully expect the Miami Dolphins to win against this Tennessee Titans team, improve to 10-3, and further a lead there within the standings. Another interesting game, but it's not an AFC matchup, is Los Angeles Rams versus Baltimore Ravens. Kind of hope the Rams can do the Dolphins a solid and give the Ravens a loss, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But should that happen, if the Ravens are upset alert, keep your eyes on that screen. But that pretty much wraps it up. It's a little bit longer one, but I also wanted to go into how we're looking going into almost the last 4 games of the season and how standings are looking. We'll talk about it a little bit more either in the post game or on top of that, just throughout the remainder of the game previews and post game reviews. But definitely want to give you guys an inside, in-depth look. But appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.